And if you sold a fixed solution, you only accommodate 50% of your client's needs. So most of you guys have got a lot of Samsung PBXs installed in the field. So this is going to be an opportunity for you to upgrade each one of the Samsungs into a total solution. So when we talk fixed, we talk 50. When we talk mobile, we talk 50. When we talk fixed and mobile, we talk 100%. So we're able to do a seamless solution in the fixed and mobile environment. And what's interesting is the 50% of calls made in the mobile environment accounts for more than 70% of the cost. So when you start saving clients in the mobile environment, you start putting real ROI on the table. I'll give you an example. If you deploy 10 cell phones on our solution, a fixed and mobile solution, the client will probably be spending in the vicinity of 8,000 to 9,000 on the 10 cell phones. You can bring its cost right down to under 1,000 Rand. So the return on investment is massive. And once you combine that return on investment with the savings on his normal fixed environment, and you put a total cost of ownership over 5 years, I believe that you're going to put a solution in front of the client that's unbeatable. Unbeatable, because when you compete against any other PBX vendor out there and only telling the client half the story, you can actually tell him the answer for the other half of the story. Now, I want to show you a little drawing I've done. Forgive me for my art. I've just scanned this in. So that's the cell phone. Looks like an old Nokia. That's a fixed IP phone. That is a soft phone, like a Windows soft phone. And this is your fixed IP phone, being your Cisco, your Poly, or your Yealink. Now, what we can do, when we deploy the Epygi solution, our web TMS gives you billing across all these environments at the same time, including your LTE billing. So we can give you cost, duration, calls received, calls lost, unanswered calls, top 50 calls made, LTE billing, and GSM billing across all those devices, deploying a single bill solution for the end user. Now that's key because it simplifies the end user's life. So basically, if I've got an employee and he's got a KPI to make or receive X amount of calls a day, if I'm only measuring him in his fixed phone, I'm not really measuring him. If I'm measuring him in his total environment, I'm measuring now across all the areas, but I'm measuring his cost, his time, and his performance. Lost calls normally means lost business. So you're able to offer a total unified billing solution. It's available, it's tested, it's running, it's been running for a while. We have 12,000 endpoints on our platform, and that's why we've invested in this platform for the last couple of years. It's to get to this point where we can offer a totally unified fixed and mobile billing platform, which is available right now. Go to the next one. Then I want to talk to you about what I've just said. When you go to a client, if anyone offers a client a mobile-only solution, basically, this is a drawing I use when I present to clients. I ask them to write down how many clients are office-based, and then I'll go in the fixed side, and how many clients are mobile-based that goes in the mobile side. And then you're adequately able to offer them a solution with the right amount of fixed seats and the right amount of mobile seats. So let me explain. If you've got 20 employees, 10 of them are salespeople. I would put them on the right quadrant, yeah, because they're mobile. They're going to take more calls in and out of the office. But important, that first contact for customer service or the customer relationships is key. And voicemail and all the PBX features is key. If the officers, if the staff are more reception, admin, management, they'll want a fixed phone. By offering both as a unified solution, I'm now offering you a proper, unified, end-to-end strategy. And with the billing that goes with that, with the performance stats that goes with that. Now, a lot of guys have tried launching SIP clients in the past. We did very well on the Samsung VoIP. We probably were the most successful in the country in this. What makes a SIP client work is the usability of the SIP clients. I'm sure when Wolf speaks, he'll talk about that. People are generally very lazy in their user experience. Ask yourself the golden question. How many times have you phoned an employee in your office on your cell phone just because it was easy? 90% of you, if you're like me, you phone the guy next on the speed dial.
Don't forget me.
So basically, we do what the Epygi SIP client does is not actually to be open, it's native dialing. So what native dialing means is you can dial directly from your phone book of your cell phone while your speed dial. And the call is made and it's terminated as a free call on the CUG. Your Epygi SIP client is not an app. It's a full extension of the PBX. It's an IP extension. It does not require static IP address. This is very important. It's got a full DSS functionality built in. It is as the voice recording, and has all the UC features built in. You couple that with the Jabra smart speakerphone, and Lindy will bring it for me and I'll show you, which I use in my office. I don't even use a fixed phone anymore. My Samsung phone, which sits in my office, is basically gathering dust. This is what I use. And I use a SIP client all day long. So I think this is the future. I think the market's been waiting for a robust SIP client that's reliable, that can be fully managed by ECMON remotely. And to give you confidence in this product, because I've got 1,000% confidence in this product. You guys have seen the posts on all the awards that Epygi's won. This is the Jabra that I use, and you can bundle this in with your bundles. We put some bundles together on Freedom that are super aggressive. That's going to really blow you away. I think, and we're going to do a separate Freedom launch. This launch is not about Freedom. This launch is about Epygi and the fixed mobility of Epygi and the private cloud of Epygi. What makes Epygi so strong is you can deploy a fully cloud solution with all the benefits of public cloud, which means you can deploy your virtual extensions remotely, you can manage it remotely, you can actually set it up remotely, you can voice record remotely. But with the benefit of the Epygi private cloud is when you install the switches on a cloud solution, you can install the Epygi UC80, UC20. Now, that UC80, UC20 is remotely set up, remotely controlled, and remotely managed. This is the fundamental difference. Your IP phones register locally. So what that means is the amount of traffic or data overhead on a private cloud solution versus a public cloud solution is 1 to 3, which means if I have 10 megs of data coming in on a private cloud, I can accommodate 3 times that volume on the Epygi private cloud. So it's a non-blocking architecture. If I have a public cloud or anyone who's selling cloud, if whatever's coming in can go out, no more can come in and go out. So your resilience is 200% better likelihood of failure on data. And if anyone's been in voice long enough, they'll know that's where the #1 failure point is. Hence the reason we launched fixed LTE that offers you a quality of service now on your high sites. And we launched MTN licensed microwave, which is a licensed SLA product. So I'm just trying to go through the commercial summary, but I think what Mario is going to talk about, it's the glue. The glue that ties it all in together is your mobility strategy, because that's where the ROI is going to come in, and that is what's going to differentiate you from every other PBX vendor out there. Right now in the market, you've got a lot of PBX vendors, and they're all running around selling their solutions, but we're looking for a suitable upgrade from Samsung. What is the next step from a Samsung product? It has to be better quality, it has to be better, more stable, it has to be better feature set. Now, I want to tell you something also. The Epygi has just recently been approved as the PBX for Liquid. So it went through the lab, they've approved that that's the product Liquid is running with. So there's a lot behind this product, and I'm really encourage you to understand the product. We have taken the time to make the masks images available for the UC20, UC80. Epygi's taken the time. Dylan and Louis Ferry Jr. have perfected the mask. So like when you install a Man 3000, you drag the mask across and all the features, the settings are there. It's the same on the UC20, UC80 now. You just drag it across, installation is simplified, but from there you can deploy advanced call centers, fixed mobile convergence. This is the future. Private cloud, it's the future. Next one. So we call it the last mile quality management solution. So this is our quality management solution. I implore you to do this on all your links. Fiber, metro fiber first, licensed microwave second. I'm talking about SLA, licensed microwave. It's got an uptime guarantee. Fixed LTE third, APN fourth. We like the billion and the cradle point routers, very good quality products. And then fifth is the APN with a billion outdoor. So that's the last mile management solution we run. And we've been doing this successfully on over 1,000 sites and brought the uptime of those sites over 99% by following a solid last mile quality management solution. that Dylan's been involved with and Louis been involved with, but we're monitoring that very, very closely. I hope you all can read my writing, but go to the next one, please. Hey guys, I want to just say, we are conferencing to you via a Central Zoom VC. It is working. We've got 40 people on our Central platform running seamlessly, and it's beautiful. Okay, so guys, the private cloud, you set up the mask, uses much less data. We can prove that to you scientifically. That's not me saying it. You just got to use your common sense and look at the Erlang of a normal PBX, incoming verse extensions. Remember the monitoring control. Mario will talk about that, but I want to talk about Epygi private cloud. One thing we do is the MOS ratings, the auto backups, and all the notifications on the Epygi private cloud are fully proactive. So it'll tell you when there's a problem. You don't have to sit and look at your screen and hope for an issue to happen. It will alert you when there's a problem, and you can then attend to that problem. So hopefully if you go with the right connectivity strategy and the right hardware partner like Epygi has won nearly all awards, you don't have to have too many alerts. You don't want too many alerts, but the fact is the alerts are there, and the fact is the MOS ratings are there. So when a client tries to dodge or get out of a rental, you can pull the MOS ratings and say, but you know what, the quality of the MOS scores are acceptable as per ISTN international standards, A. B, I see on the web TMS you've been making a call, so no, this product is 100% sustainable and working. Go to the next one. So I wrote 3 short notes to give you an introduction. We do tie the quality of the Epygi product into the phone. We've got 3 options. We've got the CAT. We've got this phone. We sell the S40 Pro LT phone for 1.7. It's very, very sharp. I mean, check it this out. I can throw it across the room. Click here. No, sorry, Robin. I nearly knocked Robin out. So it's IP68, LTE. It's seamless. It's really power. It's 1.7 a phone, guys. With the Epygi sub client, it's once off. You can finance it, and you can also finance this through CRS. It's been approved. Okay. So that's the CAT you can finance. Dylan's going to show you working just now. Once again, I hope you guys get this business model. The business model is simple. Any clients that got more than 5 cell phones, you're going to save them a lot of money. Because if 5 cell phones, the average usage on a cell phone is, call it conservatively speaking, 800 Rand. And I can bring that bill down from 4 grand to 1.3 on the made to share. I'm saving you a lot of money. Made to share is 150 gigs, 1,300 minutes. And obviously with the Epygi sub clients where I'm terminating my minutes into my billing system. Now what the Epygi sub client is going to do is going to make you more money. Why? Because every time someone makes a call in Epygi sub client, the call is actually terminated on your billing platform. And every time a call is terminated on your billing platform, you're making margin. That is your bank as a dealer. So your strategy should be, as a dealer, what is the most stable platform that I can put down that can grow my billing platform over time to be the most lucrative billing platform possible? Because when you get to the point you're billing 2 to 3 million a month at a 60% GP, you've got a healthy business. It's that point that you're using back quality technology to deploy that because you've got unhappy clients. With Epygi, Cisco, Epygi Poly, Epygi Yaylink, all 3 are fully integrated into Epygi. You've got an award-winning solution there, guys. That's why the reason for the VC, I can't really emphasize this enough. And I do think you don't want to hear it from me, you want to hear it from Epygi. So I'm going to ask Mario to step in. And then I just want, Wolf, will you introduce yourself quickly before Mario and just give the farm a 2-minute overview, and then I'm going to ask Mario to step in.
Hi, everybody. I guess you can hear me okay out there in South Africa?
Yes.
All right, excellent. Right, excellent. Okay. So, yeah, just a quick intro to myself before Mario starts. So my name's Wilfred Wood. I'm based in the UK. I worked at Samsung for many years, in fact, about 35, one of the longest service members of Samsung before I left a couple of years ago. My role there was as the senior product manager for OfficeServe and SCM systems, and also the Wi-Fi as well, latterly. Within Samsung, I was defining the product, the pricing, and everything along those lines. Also worked with Brian and Mia at various conferences for several years. So I do understand the South African market quite well. and it's very much aligned with the UK market. So a lot of the issues and the challenges that Brian has, we also have. So we work together on various projects together to resolve those issues, and also to ensure that the product that came out of Samsung was suitable for both of our markets. Since leaving Samsung, I was introduced to the Epygi system via Brian and Mia Telecom, and I was very, very impressed. Being a very cynical product manager within Samsung, and used to very argumentative conferences in Korea, it was a breath of fresh air. So the Epygi system, to me, had everything that Samsung should have had and should have developed, but it already has it with the Epygi system. So that's my quick introduction. I'm sure Brian will want me to speak a little bit more about some of the about the applications later on, but I'll hand you over to Mario.
Very well.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks.
Yes, I would like to see if I can use my screen here. Give me a quick second. And I'm going to share my screen. I have a few slides. Can you see it? Can you all see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, thank you all for participating today. Thanks to Brian and the team, and then, of course, the dealers in South Africa. And hello to Wilfred. I'm going to be brief for the sake of time. I have a few slides, mostly on the technical side, just to fill you in on what we have on the product development for cloud and mobile. But a little bit of quick history. I mean, we've been doing PBX appliances for 20 years, and we always relied on third party for appliances or endpoints, and including the soft phones, you know, from Bria and X-Lite and Phonerlite and some of this other open source type. But we thought it was a good time for us to be able to have our own. That way we could manage it, we could grow it, we could add features, and we could integrate it a lot better with our products, and therefore we decided to bring this into the market. So essentially what I call here new products is that we got into the cloud business back at the end of 2014, you know, with essentially two main products. Our ECQX, which is our cloud-based QX, which I'm not going to talk about today, but you will be hearing from Brian later on. It's essentially a virtualized version of our PBXs, especially those of you familiar with the UC80 and UC20. Pretty much the same feature set, but now you're going to be able to run it in the cloud. So that's available, and it will be available as a package for you in the near future. And then the EC Monitor, ECMon, which is a monitoring tool. So what completes this solution is the new eCall, or our Epygi soft phone, and it really does have a convergence between mobile and fixed. You know, it gives it a lot of freedom.
Mario, Mario, can I just ask you, just for the sake of clarity to the audience, Epygi has developed from scratch their own soft phone, as well being Windows, as well as the EQ, as well as the mobile clients. So you're not using a third-party product, you're using an Epygi built product.
We're using Epygi products. We use certain engines here and there, but everything is developed by Epygi. So for example, on the UC20 and 80, we're not using Asterisk. It is our own software. So since we understand how voice works and call manager and call control works, then we're able to do this, okay? So as far as our product, you know, is carrier independent. So you don't have to depend on a particular carrier. I mean, we tested with pretty much any SIP carrier out there, so you can bring your own SIP trunk as you wish. Historically, for the UCs, you've seen that we are have a wide selection of auto-configured SIP phones. So that is a plus to our products, and not only it helps in the mobile convergence, because you can still use our soft phone eCall, but it helps you pick up devices out there, whatever you want, and hook it up in the system. So the reason I say this is because we spend time and energy to be able to make a lot of these phones work seamlessly with the product. And it is a differentiator for Epygi in comparison to some other companies. You can use your desk phone or the mobile or both. That's the beauty of this mobile fixed convergence. I mean, you can have your desk phone, you can have your mobile as a parent-child. It will ring on both devices, or you can have your mobile as a separate extension. You can use Find Me, Follow Me, for example, and make a ring on your desk and then on your mobile. So there's a lot of options you can do with the integration of this device to the PBX. EasyMon, which is a new tool, cloud-based, for monitoring not only cloud PBXs, but also your UC80 and your UC20. Essentially, it's a great add-on as a service for you to provide better service to your customers. So not only can you get alarms on issues that the PBX may have, but you can get a lot of statistics on what is happening on the devices, as well as being able to store, restore, save, load, download, upload configurations, or even do access to the GUI of your PBX devices remotely, and even the phones behind the PBX remotely. So it's very powerful. Again, it is intended for the reseller to use it as a tool for providing better service to their customers. So I encourage you to explore it, and you'll be very pleased. So Eco, what is Eco? Essentially, is our new developed soft phone.
Mario, can I just add? Mario, can
Yes.
I just add on the IP phone strategy? So all the partners know Mia is standardized on 3 IP phones: J-Link on the bottom end, Polycom on the mid end, and Cisco on the high end. We are direct master resellers on Cisco, Poly distributors, and obviously J-Link distributors. So both of 3 powerful brands. We've tested fully with Epygi, and they're fully auto-provisioned with Epygi.
Okay, and as far as the back to the eCall here, it is fantastic using this product, especially on the mobile devices with the cloud, because you don't have to drop anything at the customer premise. As long as they get a data connection to the internet, you don't need to have any kind of issues if you're going to drop a phone. I mean, it's all done through the mobile. They're very flexible. And they can use it as an extension to the PBX in combination with desk phones if they want. So we think that is a great opportunity for us to be able to expand the coverage that we have with the QX and UC products. You download the application from either our store for Windows, or you can do it from the Google Store for Android. The one for iOS will be available later on this year. We're just wrapping up some second version development of the Android, and then we're going to be focusing on the iOS. But for Windows and Android is available, and which I think covers the majority of the market in South Africa. And then it is a licensed product, so a license is available on the latest software of UC80, UC20 for one node that you can test and try it. And then if you want to test some more, we can actually give us some demo licenses also. But it is a licensed product. Now, you can download the applications for free, but then if you want to activate the extensions on the PBX, you would need a license. Version 1, which is the one that we have just released for GA, our first release of the GA right now. And let me tell you, we've been spending a whole year developing this product. And we've been testing it for the last 2.5 months, different platforms, Android. That is after we were testing the Windows version. So we've been on it for a long, long time. We felt that it was in very, very good shape to have a release right now. You know, we think that it's 95%, actually 95% ready. There may be an issue here and there, but it is ready for general availability. And we say this with confidence because we've been very good with our products all along throughout our 20-year history. We're not a garage operation that decided to get an open source phone and put a wrapper around it. That's not Epygi, okay? So from that perspective, we're confident to be able to do this, and that's why we made this move. As far as the releases, version 1 is the one that we have available. You can have up to 8 SIP accounts. You can prefer one as your preferable one, but that gives you a lot of flexibility on how you want to connect. All of this whole transfer, 3-way calling capabilities are easy. You can navigate them easily on the appliance. I'm going to let Dialan, when he covers through his presentation, his demo, how easy it is to be able to do that through the GUI of the phone. There's a real-time quality indicator that you can see the call quality that you have. All your codecs, including Opus, as Brian mentioned earlier. Native dialer, it is available. Very important request to have that. As a matter of fact, you also have the option that if there is a call, if there's a GSM call coming in, it's not going to kill your eCall application. I mean, it's going to be on the background. You can either answer it, put the eCall call on hold, or you can ignore it, but it doesn't kill your application. So again, these are initiatives and things that are intended to make it easier and better to be able to use this on your mobile device. Voicemail notifications, do not disturb and call forwarding. You can toggle that on the device, and then it will actually toggles it on the PBX. So it's the same thing you will be doing on your desktop phone. And then multiple contact lists, which is great. I mean, if you're in Windows, you're going to get your Outlook contacts, you're going to get all your PBX contacts, and then you can create your own favorites or your own personal contacts in addition to that. Now, if you're on the mobile side, of course, your phone contact list shows up on the screen, and you can use those to dial. So very flexible, very powerful to be able to have this multiple sources of contacts to facilitate what you want to do as far as dialing out. Multiple programmable keys. This is a real game changer here. I mean, you can slide these keys on a new pane on the mobile device or do the same thing on Windows. And then you can have as many as 20 keys initially that you can program many ways. The same thing you will do with BLF keys on a fixed phone. You're doing it with this MPK keys. Very unique. I mean, we're trying to give you the experience of a desk phone on this mobile device so that you don't have to use anything else. You can have general voicemail, click on to access. You can have many speed dials. You can have call parking for parking calls and retrieve. You can have watch extensions, which works great. It can show you in a color if these extensions are being used. If they're ringing, if they're free, you can click on them to intercept. You can click on them to be able to place calls. You can use speed dial for creating conference room or accessing conference rooms. And then, of course, you can do keys for callback, immediate callback, or for call blocking. You know, once you finish up a call, you want to block it, you slide the pane out, and then you block the call there. So MPK, very, very powerful feature set included on eCall. It's based on push notifications, so the thing is dormant on the background. It's not going to waste your battery life. So we're designing it with all these new initiatives of all these apps to be able to maintain stability on your mobile device as well as saving your battery life. Instant messaging is available today. You can have one or many sessions and you get notifications for messages coming in. So you can have a lot of messaging between your PBX eCall users. And I believe you can even send a message to show up on a screen phone, on a fixed screen phone on the whether it's a black and white or color screen. Most of the phones you can do that. Secure communications, it registers with PBX anywhere. That's a big thing for us. I mean, a lot of these issues have to do, if you're going to have the phone register with UC device, you have to go do HTTPS access from the mobile through the router to be able to get to the device. Not with us. We have created some software and initiatives to be able to have your UC device connect to our cloud. The same thing with a mobile device to be able to get configuration information that will facilitate the registration of this device between either Wi-Fi or mobile networks. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in your office, you may be on Wi-Fi connected. As soon as you walk out the door and you go out downtown and you're a mobile data plan, then it will connect the same way. So very important. And then we got always new changes as we have people testing their things that they want. So we will add those features quickly. Upload your logo is going to be one that we're going to add very soon due to feedback. Auto provisioning, I already mentioned some of that, but essentially you got a QR code. So your admin creates the extension on the PBX. He get a QR code, he saves that QR code, sends it to you via an email. you receive it on an email, you open up the attachment, you get your mobile phone, take a picture on your laptop of that QR code, or you print it on a piece of paper and you do the same thing, and voila, you're done. It is registered, okay? And again, uses what we call Epygi enhanced provisioning to be able to facilitate the multiple registration from different networks as you change. All right, version 2. Coming up sometime later. Here, other features, video support. Yes.
Mario, can I just add? I just want to mention this to the audience, that there's a reason behind the Epygi client that it's not free, is that a lot of R&D and investment has gone into making sure that it's a solid product. So in South Africa, we sell this as a once-off fee over 5 years. And but for us, the importance wasn't the fact that it was free, the fact that it was a solid platform, and that Epygi was very comfortable, 1,000% comfortable releasing the product now. So when you deploy this in the field, you can take it to the bank. You can have a happy client. I think that's what we're going to make a note on, because there's a lot of other free asterisk versions in the market. But what differentiates us is it's solid, every time it's going to work, and support coming out of Epygi. I think people need to understand, and that's why we charge for the clients, because of the R&D commitment from your side.
Yes, yes, and again, that's going back to 20 years of being in the business and only focusing on PBXs. And we decided, listen, we're not going to do things that we're going to do it halfway. You know, there are people that do desk phones. We'll use their desk phones and make sure that we auto configure. But this time we say we got to get into the mobile appliance, because that's where the future is, and that's what we decided to invest. So here, version 2. Pretty much is going to be in the future. This is just a floating listing here of features: video support, end-to-end call encryption, OpenVPN integration, group messaging, several chat rooms, and then call toggling, the eCall to the desk phone, which we have today with the iCall solution. So, and then I just want to mention that on the right side, there's like a snapshot of the MPKs. As you can see here, some of them are some of the keys that you can program I mentioned earlier. So very, very excellent feature that we have included on the eCall, this MPK pane. And I'm not going to go through this for the sake of time, but these are just a few of the navigation that you do as far as the GUI to be able to place calls, use your native dialer, transfer, and so forth. And Dialan may probably cover this on the live demo, but at the end of the day, the point is that it's very easy, intuitive. Once you get a hang of it, you're going to like it. And as far as the application is concerned, I think you're going to be very pleased. So I'm going to turn it over back to Brian. So thank you very much. Any questions that you have, you can ask, of course, Mia or Epygi. We're here for you. We'll take any suggestions as we move forward on this. We're very excited. And above all, we thank you for trusting our products and putting your interest in it. We will continue to evolve the UC product line. So back to you, Brian.
Thank you, Mario. So we're going to hand over to Dylan. Dylan's going to do a short demo, and I just want you to see it work live. And then I'm going to maybe ask Wolf to speak quickly about the mobility and why the native dining is so key. And then I'll wrap up just with the perfect bundle, putting it all together, and how do we make money from this product. And Mario, just to summarize, go to market, 1,000%. The guys can go live from today, download it, stable, 100%.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I'm just saying, going live from today, the guys can deploy commercially. We've tested. It's ready to go to the market,
yes.
1,000%.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, you heard that. And Epygi's got a reputation for many awards in their software. So I think the more you actually install this product, the more you're going to have it. But I'm going to hand over to Dylan for a live demo, because there's nothing in the pudding, it's in the eating. And now we're going to speak to Dylan. You're not eating Indian today. He's eating Epygi today.
Yeah, you'll always put me in the situation and you'll know I don't like it. But anyway. Okay. So what I've done is I've actually got an Epygi system sitting actually at home in my lounge, which I have connected to via one of the new smartphones that we are supplying as MIA. So the only way to actually show you this is, it is registered to that system. This is the client that's on here. And to make a call, anyone in particular on a phone?
Phone, Furious.
Who?
Furious.
Okay, I'm going to go through the MIA board. I will put the phone on speaker. Are we informing the lady to tell him to come here?
No, tell him that the finance is approved.
Good day. Could I speak to somebody at CRS's offices, please?
Okay, you can put it
Thank
down.
you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to end that call.
That's the native dialect.
That's the native dialing, yes. Okay. Speech quality is brilliant. It's the simplest thing with the QR code to set up. I don't know what else to tell you. It's simple, it's easy, it works. I can do conferencing on it. We actually had I had a conference call on my way home last night. So I live in Benoni from Midrand, and I drove home 35 minutes on a conference call, a three-way conference call, and dropped the call because conversation once.
Yeah. And guys, I would say Dylan is probably one of the most thorough engineers when it comes to testing products. But more importantly, we can fully support this product. You've seen it work, it's simple, and it's solid. That's what you want. You want a simple, solid solution that you can take to the bank every time. And I'm going to hand over now to, please come to MIA for a demo. I'll arrange a special price for you if you want to demo an Epygi in your offices with the Windows client at reception, with a Android or a couple of Androids. Speak to me about a bundle to get this. We will sort you out with licenses and stuff like that.
Okay, if anybody wants, I've got 10 licenses available on that unit.
Yes.
First 10 people that emails me and says they want it, I will send them the QR code that they can scan in for the next week. They can use it. No international calls, local calls, but they can use it for the next week.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so guys, to wrap it up all together, I'm going to ask just to give a brief explanation of the mobility. I mean, what made the WeWeb work, and what makes a mobile strategy work, and what makes a mobile strategy fail. In my opinion, if you have to go open up application, you don't have a mobile strategy, you don't have an application that delivers voice. A fixed mobile convergent solution is what it is. You pick up your phone, you make a call, and it's seamless, and the user interface is seamless, and it has the full feature set of an IP phone with the parent and child ring-in, where if both this and the IP phone at the same time, whichever one you pick up, the call will stop ringing on the device. That's a UC feature. The other key area is all the other feature sets, the DSS, it doesn't require static IP. Now it's a proper solid solution. And this is the first in the industry. We have not seen a fixed mobile solution in South Africa, or worldwide, in fact, that delivers this level of transparency with a PBX and a full integrated seamless solution. So I personally believe this is a quantum leap for fixed and mobile voice, to be very honest. There's no hashtag, there's no this, there's no that needs to be placed in front of a call. It's seamless from your phone book. I'm going to hand over to Wolf. Wolf, would you want to maybe just add one or two comments?
Sure, yes. Thanks, Brian. There was just a couple of things I just wanted to reiterate, first of all, before I sort of go into more about the call software there. But there's some key points which I picked up right from the start on the Epygi product. One is, and it's skimmed over so many times, it's not freeware. This is a product that Epygi have developed from the ground up. It's not your Asterix or your whatever free software bunged into a box. It is an Epygi product, which means that they have control over absolutely everything, and they're not relying on a third party to fix bugs or develop features for them. They're doing it all themselves. The unit itself, very well engineered. You know, I spent many years in Samsung looking at products, looking at prototype products, looking at whatever, and I can say that this is the best engineered product I have seen, including all the ones that come out of Samsung from South Korea. Another key point is the amount of time and effort that has gone into making sure that the Epygi product is easy to install. That saves engineering time on site and complexity of engineering time on site, and that reduces your costs, dramatically reduces your costs. And that extends over to the equal product. I've never come across a product that is so easy to install as a mobile, on a mobile device as the equal product. And that has taken a lot of development time to do that, and a lot of thought has gone into it. So that's one of the key things there. Also with the Epygi product, all the built-in engineering tools, the fact that you can diagnose down to IP packet level on the Epygi system without having to go to site. Brilliant development there. Again, it's cost saving. It's cost saving for you as a reseller. And link that to ECMON. ECMON is, I think, is mandatory. You should always use ECMON. I don't have any, any other opinion on that. So and from the UK point of view, and I'm sure this is very similar to South Africa, mobile's usage in business is ever increasing. We've installed systems where it's been 100% mobile. So no desk phones. They don't want any clutter on the desks. The people in the business only ever use mobile, but they wanted to have corporate control over their mobile devices. And this is the way that this can be delivered. So if you're not selling mobile into business, so B2B mobile, then you are missing out on a massive opportunity. Not just on selling the mobile in the minutes, as Brian eloquently put, there's a lot more to it than that, because once you can sell the mobile into the business, that gives you another stream of revenue with applications as well. I'll talk a little bit about that just at the end there. So the equal proposition, the software itself, I can't explain enough about how easy it is to install. It's literally, you download the application from the Play Store. The system administrator sets up the extension that it's going to use, and that's very, very simple and straightforward. A couple of clicks and that's done. The end of that configuration process, after putting in about three or four parameters, is all you need to put in there, including generate a password and so on. Click on the set button and it generates a QR code. Now, for me, I was generating my QR code. I went to the application. Equal says, yeah, okay. Enable Equal to use your camera on the phone, point the camera at the QR code. That's it. It was done. And that phone now can contact the Epygi system wherever it is, whether it's on my local LAN, on the Wi-Fi network, or whether it's outside using the GSM data network. It's seamless. It is absolutely seamless. And it's the easiest configuration that I've seen for a soft phone type device. And that's the use, because they can use stun as well. So that's the most important point to me, is how easy it is to install. The second very important point, as Brian also said, was it needs not to be a separate isolated application that people are using, because if you give people a choice, they'll just use the native dialer. They'll bypass all of the systems that you put into place to be able to record their calls, record the CDRs, and have corporate control, and revert back to you know, just use their normal dialer. So the fact that you can enforce that policy of using Equal is a key thing for businesses. I'll just then wrap up with what the opportunity is on the mobile. So you can not leave a whole load of budget of your customer on the table. You can go in with a mobile device management solution to control all their mobile devices. You can then go in with business applications as well for mobiles, because if you think, do the comparison with if you're putting in a fixed desk phone solution, of course, you also are going to sell applications with that, screen popping, click to call, and other applications related to their business, integration in with their databases. Why would you not do exactly the same thing with the mobile device as well? Mobile device is a very powerful device, has a lot of potential to do various things with it. Using mobile applications and be able to control those mobile applications of the users is something that a business will pay for. So don't leave that budget on the table when you're selling devices into businesses. Think about a strategy to put all of that together and sell vertical solutions as well. Okay, that's I think that's wrapped me up then, Brian. Anything else you want me to cover?
Brian, can I add something?
Yes, please.
Yeah, very quickly. Thanks, Wilfred. I just want to add something since from the development side, us entering into the mobile arena, you know, once we have the soft phone finished, then, and I'm talking about the second release with features and all that, then it pretty much, our development will be the same thing we've done with the PBX. We're going to focus on those functionalities that add value to the end user. There are a million of them out there, but we feel that now intelligently we can look into what are the things that they want to be able to make their life easier, as everything is moving into the cloud. And we still have products for on-prem, and we will always have them. But that is a good focus, because now not only we can focus on the PBXs as we were doing, but we're going to be able to focus on the endpoints. Okay, Brian.
Okay, so guys, we're so confident in this product that if you put an Epygi client down and it doesn't work on those features that we specified, Mia will give you a credit on that client. We're 100% confident in this. Mario is also confirmed, he's very comfortable with it. But now let's put it all together, the perfect bundle. So I'm excited about this. So you've seen us launch the MTN products. Like I mentioned earlier on our last mile strategy, I'm talking about SME now. This for me is the perfect bundle for a small business. MTN fixed LTE plus Epygi UC20 or UC80 with the Epygi mobile client, plus the rugged IP68 cell phone devices we sell for 1.7, plus our unified billing solution we offer you for zero cost on the Epygi bundles, and you get the voice login on all devices with the Epygi. That equals the perfect unified solution for a small business. From your incoming with quality of service that'll never be downgraded on the fixed LTE with a static IP, to a rock solid platform like Epygi, to rock solid IP68 devices, being the S40 Pro, being the Blackview, or being the CAT. Unified billing, we've proven over 12,000 devices, and remember, Epygi is one of the best interfaces for voice login we've seen on any voice login interface platform. That is putting it all together. Put all that together, bundle that with a 5,000 minute tariff package, or a 7,500 minute tariff package, or 10,000 minute tariff package. We've gotten very aggressive on freedom. You might want to speak to us, but now I've given you the secret sauce. You can put it together and you can save the client money in his fixed and mobile environment. Remember, the ROI, if you incorporate the client's mobile, is 70% of the total budget. So if I am saving the client 40% of his costs in his fixed environment, I'm saving him 40% of the 30%. If I'm saving the client 70% of his mobile environment, I'm saving him 70% of 70%. If I take my 40% plus my 70%, I'm talking a real saving, a real ROI to the client. If you can grasp that one concept, you should never walk away or lose a deal based on ROI to a client again. That's putting it all together, guys. So remember to speak to Robin on the fixed LTE and the MTN licensed broadband products. Licensed broadband, we're down to 30 days turnaround time. Fixed LTE, 7 days. That's the lady there, she can help you. Lindy wants to say thank you for supporting us. We've got we're actually celebrating today with tequila.
There's not much left in there.
There's one for each one. So guys, this is to the dealers, guys. Thank you for your support. Mario, thanks. This has been a year in the making. I think we put something together that's really going to change the market. And Bill, thank you for supporting us in the UK. I think we're going to take the market there as well. And thank you to the staff. And guys, cheers. Thank you.
Cheers. It's a good time to get a discount from Brian today.
Okay, so guys, thanks. The recording of this VC will be made available to the people that attended. And if you've any questions, please post them to Dylan, to Louis Jr., Lindy, myself, Savim, and we will keep the loop all the time. We have the full support from Epygi R&D as well. So I think just like to say thank you very much from their side. They've put in huge hours to perfect this product. And we look forward to doing good business with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.